If you've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. It's that question, and it's being asked by everyone from your parents, teachers, and guidance counselors to your creepy neighbor and your badminton instructor. You know the one I'm talking about.
So, son, have you thought any more about what you're going to do with your future?
It's a question lots of people are asking, and there are other variations on it as well. For example, what are you doing after graduation? Are you thinking about college at all? Do you want to go to Advanced Dungeons and Dragons camp this summer? What do you want to be someday? Have you considered becoming a clown? Are you going to eat that? Yes, there are plenty of ways to ask you about your plans for the future, and sometimes there's just no good way to respond.
Oh, hey, Dad. I thought I might just grab a pop out of the refrigerator here. After that, who knows? The whole thing just seems really complicated. Say, Dad, maybe you could ask your psychic for me. If you find anything out, I'd love to know. Thanks, Dad.
Yes, deciding what to do with your future is complicated, and it's a pretty big deal. You don't want to end up making the wrong decision and end up licking dirt for a living, do you? That was just a joke. No one will pay you to just sit around and lick dirt. You see, understanding what your options are and are not is essential to helping you decide what path is the right one for you. So let's take a closer look at what your choices are. But first, remember to shut that refrigerator. We're not paying to air condition the whole neighborhood. There are many options you have after you finally graduate high school. For example, should you go to Robert's graduation party? Or perhaps to Jane's? And more importantly, what should you do after that? For one, there are any number of organizations that would happily welcome your membership. The Armed Forces, the Peace Corps, the Circus, the Secret Order of Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master Alumni. These are just a few. Or maybe you'd prefer to jump right into the workforce and start earning a paycheck. You'll get your foot in the door early and gain valuable experience in illustrious positions, including but not limited to cashier, shoe salesperson, sandwich artist, walking billboard, and door greeter at Mega Warehouse discount vendor of every product in existence. Now there's something you can put on a resume. Then there's the school option. Yes, college. You can head off to a giant university, move away to study philosophy and medieval torture, maybe join a fraternity, live in a dorm, cheer the crew team on to victory, and sit in a giant auditorium with 300 other students. Is it a bad option? No, of course not. But it's not made for everybody. So maybe you're looking for something that's more practical. Fair enough. There is another option. It's called Valencia. Valencia is what is known as a community college. The New York Times has even called Valencia one of the best two-year schools in the country. Why? Well, we're glad you asked. What makes Valencia a smart choice for you when you finish school? This is a question with many detailed answers. Things like Life Map, Professor Glick, book buyback time, and those muffins at that little coffee shop at the library. These and many other things make Valencia a special place. But there are a handful of bigger, more important reasons that truly make Valencia a wise option. Number 1, value. You see the word value at the grocery store, in the newspaper, on the wrapping of the 98-roll pack of toilet paper. But how do you know you're really getting it? As the nation's #1 graduator of associate degrees, Valencia has shown lots of people that a good education doesn't have to cost a fortune. And even though Valencia's classes cost 40% less than they would at a university, you get the full attention of Valencia's faculty and staff. Yes, including Professor Glick. Number 2, transferability. Transferability is a long word that means you're going places. When you get an Associate in Arts degree from Valencia, you're guaranteed admission to a state university. So you can go cheer on the crew team, and the football team, and the basketball team, and the Dungeons and Dragons team. And you can do it when you're good and ready. If you'd like to stay close to home, you can smoothly transfer to UCF with Direct Connect to UCF, a new way to get a bachelor's degree with guaranteed entrance to the University of Central Florida. Number 3, convenience. Wherever you live, Valencia is incredibly close. 4 campuses and 2 centers cover much of Orange and Osceola County. But maybe that just isn't convenient enough for you. Maybe you need all your food cut up and spoon-fed to you, and employ a staff to dress you and comb your hair. In this case, you'll be happy to know that with Valencia, you can get comfortable and stay at home with online courses, or take hybrid courses that combine online and classroom instruction. And with Valencia's Flex Start courses, new classes are starting all the time. Number 4, success. Valencia students have a bright future. Associate in Science and Applied Science grads enjoy a 93% job placement rate, with average starting salaries of $38,000, versus the $17,000 you'll take home with just a high school diploma. And Valencia's Associate in Arts graduates are more than equipped for the leap to a 4-year school. 76% of our AA grads transfer to UCF, and they have grade point averages that equal the GPAs of students who started at UCF. Now that you know what some of your options are, how do you figure out what the right one is? For years, students have employed the tried and true eeny, meeny, miny, mo method. It's complicated and would take too long to explain here. So we'll focus on some less traditional methods, including talking to people. You're familiar with people, right? They're everywhere you go. Now try asking them what they think. You'll find that people, like your parents, your teachers, and especially your friends, will have lots of good ideas. So listen closely. In addition to the advice of others, it will help to get more information. Depending on what options you're exploring, you'll find information in different places. To find out about a fast food job, pull up to the drive-thru. For details about the circus, talk to the nearest clown, elephant, or bearded lady. Or to learn more about Valencia Community College, visit Valencia's website at educationisin.com. Or you can call Valencia at 407-582-1507. Someone will provide you with everything you need to know about attending Valencia. One way or another, you'll figure out what to do with your life. You'll know how to answer that question everyone keeps asking. So good luck. And have a good time at that graduation party, whichever one you decide to attend.